Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So Friday we ended up with yet another range bar on Thursday, and so far this month we have been pretty much sideways. So there is the highs and lows for the month. So we did sort of rally a bit coming into the month, and since then we've been sideways. So I'm not. I want to get down to a 3 hour here. I'm not entirely convinced that the ranging is finished at this stage. And if you look at the 3 hour, you can see big up, big down, big up, big down. Have a look at our oscillators here. That's not a pretty picture, so it could be looking like a move to the downside. I'm not really interested in trading this right now, not while we are going sideways. It is the futures market is all flat at the moment as well, so there's nothing really on offer. And if we drill down to the 1 hour, you can see we did have a couple of days last week where there was a pretty strong trend that formed. That's probably only going to be seen on the 15 minutes. Then we went sideways, and we've kind of broken above this area here. So you can see there's 3 touches here. We just break above it, came back, and we've had 4 bars floating around with it. So that's 13,962. If that level holds, I would expect a move to the upside. If this flag there, I remember the DAX loves these channels, so there's a move down, a bit of consolidation, move up, move down. So if this flag breaks, then I would expect us to get another measured move to the downside, something like that. But I'm kind of reluctant to look at that. I'm actually reluctant to look at any trade on the DAX at the moment, and the only reason is because we are sideways. There's no confirmation here that we have a trend change. So if we come down to the 15 minutes, that's probably the one that you need to pay attention to. You can see last week we had 3 days of a downward trend, or let's say 2 days, and then into a bit of consolidation. And typically what happens is it takes a while. You can see this is a rounding bottom, and we have an opportunity to move back to the upside. But 50-50 call. So there is this rounding bottom here that we've come back to test, which should give me a move something like that. You can see the structure that formed here, pretty much inverse head and shoulders, double bottom, rounding bottom. Doesn't matter what you call it, but that's a consolidation. And normally, because you've broken up above it, come back to test it, often what happens is your measured move is to the upside. So that's your upside trade. I'd actually change that. I would put it pretty much behind this area here. And if you come to the hour, you'll see there is some structure here as well. So if we get going to the upside, that's the target to the upside. That's 14,047. Does make sense. 14,000 area to come and test that. If we do break this area that we're in now, which is 13,962, break, retest, and start rolling, then I would suspect we have this measured move down to the bottom here. That would break the range. And there is a gap a little bit further down. So my first take profit area would definitely be 13,828. That's the bottom of the range. So wouldn't muck around too much with that. Definitely take profit there and then see what transpires, because this thing is range bound. And the last thing on this is really 15 minutes is probably going to be the way that you need to trade this today. If this rejection happens, then you've got to move to the downside brewing. If you find support here, you've got to move to the upside, and you're going to need to find sort of 14,047 as your upside target at the moment. Okay, so in other words, nothing much really happening, nothing much that I can see, and I am still on the sidelines for the DAX today as well, and probably going to be for the rest of the week until we get some direction on the DAX. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.